we dive into the archives to bring you one play gold with a blast from the past of some top sporting action. We're here in the Garden City of India for the grand finale of the Equestrian Premier League 2019. The Equestrian Premier League is the Embassy International Riding School's flagship equestrian tournament holding dressage and jumping competitions. This year is extra special as it marks the 10th edition of this tournament. Before we delve into how this edition unfolded, let's briefly look at the origins of the EPL. The Equestrian Premier League was started with the aim of raising equestrian standards in India by providing a platform to riders to increase their fitness and confidence levels, which would subsequently make Indian riders more internationally competitive in equestrian sports. The tournament is held every year at Bangalore's Embassy International Riding School, which was started in 1996 and has since then gone on to become India's premier horse riding school, run according to international standards. The 240-acre campus boasts of state-of-the-art facilities and an arena that can compete with any other arena in the world. One of the school's first few pupils was Arjuna awardee Fuad Mirza, a rider from the age of 6 who became the first Indian since 1982 to win an Asian Games individual medal in equestrian when he bagged silver at the 2018 Asian Games. The school is owned by the very enterprising Jeetu Virwani, who talked to us about the objective of the riding school.
So the objective of the club is to train Indian riders to compete in the international arena for Asian Games, Olympics. We had success with the Asian Games in 2018 with 2 silver medals out of 36 years. And we're hoping that, but I'm sure that Fuad will bring a medal home for the Olympics. And I think that's the whole thing. Today we just have one Fuad, but we at Embassy would love to have like 10 people competing for that spot for the Olympics.
We also caught up with Pushpa, who's the event organizer at the Embassy International Riding School, who spoke with us about the significance of the EPL and how this regional competition helps riders go to the national level.
For any rider, I think competitions is what they're looking at. So they need a lot of competitions to improve. So that's what we're trying to provide here, a platform for all the equestrian riders to improve their riding and to get exposed to new horses. And there's a lot of culture of importing warm blood horses so that you can improve in the sport.
The EPL runs every month for 6 months of the year from June to November and is based on a point system. Points are accruable for events such as the 18-90 centimeter jump, 115 centimeters, novice dressage, preliminary dressage, etc. There are 3 main categories, namely children, junior and open. Over the course of the 6 months, riders in each of the 3 categories accumulate points, and the grand finale sees the crowning of the rider with the highest number of points from each category. The 2019 grand finale showcased 2 feature events, the 100-105 centimeter show jumping knockout event and the 4-bar event. Up first, highlights of the show jumping knockout.
So for the benefit of the viewers, this is basically 2 mirror images, a mirror image courses consisting of about 6 fences. And the basic objective being to finish the course in the minimum amount of faults in the fastest time. Unfortunately, Vikas has a stop at jump number 5. Manoj goes over 5, coming towards 6. And Manoj finishes on the right. Manoj goes forward to the second round. Tiasha is clear coming towards the last fence. Very nicely over the last fence and comfortably winning this round. So on our left is Pranay Khare from the URB, and on the right we have Omkar Akhade from URB as well. So it's between the club today. Pranay off really quickly over jump number 3, coming up on number 4. A tight turn to 5, unfortunately has it down. And Pranay finishes on the left with 4 penalties. And Dhruv flags them off. Sanyogita slightly ahead at this point. Yashan makes a tight turn to number 3. Unfortunately, both of them have 3 down. And nice rollback by Sanyogita at number 4. Yashan over 5. And Yashan finishes ahead on 4 penalties. And Yashan goes through to the next round. So next up we have Baswaraju from the Embassy Riding School, and on the right we have the youngest competitor today, Neil Kendall, just 10 years old. Baswaraju is obviously the more experienced contender today. He's been riding for several years at the Embassy Riding School. Coming over jump number 4. Unfortunately, Neil retires. Basu coming up on the last fence. And he goes through to the next round. Both of them have number 1 down. Muqtadir clear over jump number 2.
He's got 2 down, he's got 3 down. 4 and 4. He's got 3 down. 4 down. 4 down. This guy's got 3. And he's got 1 to 3. That guy dropped 4. This is going to be a tough one. No, he's still. He's dropped. Yeah, but he's dropped everything.
Vivek Kalidindi through on Duchess. And they are off. Tiasha off quite steadily. Picks up the pace going towards jump number 2. Tiasha makes a very, very tight turn to jump number 4. Well ahead of Manoj at this time. And Tiasha comfortably over jump number 6 and goes through to the next round. Okay, next round is started. We have Ashish on the right, giving his horse a little reminder over jump number 2. And Pranay slightly ahead at this point. Very tight turn by Ashish over jump number 4. Both of them are neck and neck. Coming towards jump number 5. This is going to be a tight finish coming towards jump number 6. Looks like Ashish has come ahead. Very, very exciting round, that one. Ashish finishing just ahead of Pranay on richness. Baswaraju rides Kurt and Vivek on the grey. Duchess to our left. Both of them are off. Vivek off to a real flyer on the left. But Basu making the smarter choice and going steady and keeping the fences up. And Basu goes ahead to the next round. An interesting fact from Mr. Kishore. Apparently, Tiyasha was Ashish's student at once. Ashish slightly ahead at this point. But Democratic makes a nice turn to number 4. Ashish has one fault on jump number 4. Tiyasha just needs to keep it clear and she goes through to the next round. Ashish was faster, but Tiyasha managing to keep all the fences up.
Is this what you rode in the Asian Games?
No. Both are off. Yashan very nicely over jump number 1. Takes out one stride to number 2. Baswaraju unfortunately has number 2 down. Yashan just has to keep it clear. So Yashan does keep it clear and also faster than Basu. He goes ahead to the final. So we have the round for the 3rd and 4th position. It's Ashish against Baswaraju. We have Ashish on our right and Baswaraju on our left, fighting for the 3rd place. Baswaraju's horse seems to be tiring a little bit. It's now their 3rd or 4th round. Ashish is clear over jump number 3. Gets a reminder over number 4. Ashish coming clear towards jump number 6 and finishes ahead, and Ashish finishes in 3rd place and Baswaraju finishes in 4th. They are ready to be flagged off. They are flagged off. Yashan off. Much quicker over jump number 1. And looks like he's really going for the kill here. Both neck and neck over jump number 4, coming up towards 5. Looks like Democratic is ahead. Coming up 2 strides ahead. Tiyasha finishes ahead. And the prize of 30,000 rupees.
Well, it couldn't have got closer than that. They were going at it hammer and tongs from the very start. And in the end, Tiyasha riding superbly. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for the new champion who's just been crowned here at the Embassy International Riding School, Tiyasha Vatul on Democratic.
As you just witnessed, the show jumping knockout couldn't have been any more closely fought, and it was Tiyasha Vatul and a horse Democratic that ended up triumphant.
I feel pretty good right now. I mean, it's the first time I've won the knockout event. Last time I came 3rd. And this is the first time I'm doing the featured event with my horse Democratic, and it's been like pretty much of a huge adrenaline rush, so I'm pretty psyched. My coach, he actually told me not to be the faster one. He asked me to play it safe and take faster, quicker and tighter turns instead of like going forward and hunting towards the fences.
Sandwiched between the 2 feature events was the 5th Stallion and Foal show. The breeding project began 5 years ago in 2014 with the import of warm-blood mares to India. The first warm-blood foals were born in 2015 and successfully auctioned. Similar successes followed in 2016, 2017 and 2018 as well.
Very, very warm welcome to the Embassy International Riding School, where we're going to showcase our 5th Stallion and Foal show. Pilot us into the arena. Capo Cassione. Cado Blanc, called Bianco. Leona, a 4-year-old dark bay filly. A big hand for Lancelot, and just have a look at him. You had a look at Bianco earlier. Now take a look at his daughter, a 3-year-old, and the second Bianco foal. He's a colt as well. This is Dolce Vita. Campo Cassione. And this is out of the Caritano mare Caraida. This is the filly out of the Calvados Z mare Cariana. Campo Cassione stamping his stock with another grey. A picture of elegance is what you call her. Look at those years. Lot number 13 is Carlos. Showcasing before you the weanlings. So he's by Campo Cassione out of the Clarimo mare Clarima. The first foal of Pilatus out of the thoroughbred mare Tamara. And this is the second foal by Pilatus. So the first purebred Arabian ever to be seen on Indian shores. She's called Camperina. She's by Campo Cassione out of Quintana. Well, this is the Arabian stallion that produced her. He's called Jackal Alfabia. Walking in are Hercules and Olivia, the two Falabellas. They come from Argentina.
The final feature event of the evening was the 4-bar, an event that entails riders having to clear 4 fences without knocking any of the rails off of the fences. All riders who successfully clear all 4 fences move on to the next round, in which the height of the fences is increased. This goes on until everybody except the eventual winner is eliminated.
Four-bar challenge, or as I'd like to simplify it and call it, this is the high jump competition for horses.
Yeah.
In fact, they jump better when the height is a bit higher.
And Dakar very nicely over the 4th fence as well. Height of 1.30 meters. Coming up to the first fence. Vadem very nicely over the 4 fences. And Ashish on Vadem through to the 3rd round. Next to take the course is Kiran Antos on Asva. Ashva very nicely over the 4 fences. Big jumping horse.
And another clean round there from Vivek Goylo. So going through to the 3rd round. And Basavaraju and Kara clear that very easily. Oh, and Tiasha misses it on the 3rd, so going out of it.
Has a light touch at the 2nd, but very careful over the 4th. And Nitin through to the 3rd round. Again has a little bit of a touch on the 2nd. Makes him more careful on the 4th. Miles above the 4th fence. You can see all these big jumping horses finding it easier as the heights get bigger. Next to take the course is Rishabh Onali coming towards the first fence. Really sitting back in between those fences to keep him upright and keep him in balance. Baswaraju on his 3rd ride is Ziggy. Ziggy unfortunately has the second fence with his hind and also the fourth fence. Dakar coming in on a really collected canter. Has a little bit of a knock on the fourth, but the pole stays in place. Baswaraju goes into the next round.
Bit of an anxious time there for Basavaraju and Dakar Z. But a very clean round here from Ashish Limai. He did that effortlessly. Oh, and a bit of a problem there for Kiran Antros as he hits the side. And Feliciana and Vivek Goylo jumped that very, very well indeed. And Basavaraju brushing that last fence again, but getting away with it. So he's through to the next round. Nitin Gupta having a clean round there on Max Mara.
160, 165, 150.
And Pranay Khare clearing it as well, so going through quite easily.
Yashan Kambata on Lorenzo. You can see the scope of this horse as he cruises over the third fence. Ashish Lamaya on this very athletic mare. Little bit of a misjudgment on the first fence. Unfortunately, has it down.
Because this will be the fourth round. This is the fourth or third round.
Rishabh having a light touch with his hind on the last fence. Still keeps the pole up. Dakar Z again giving the last fence a little bit of a touch. That's probably the way that he jumps. Feliciana clearing the last fence. Unfortunately, the distance between the first and second proving a little bit too short for her.
This is fourth round. Yeah, next is fifth.
And Max Mara, the winning horse from last year, unfortunately has a light touch on the third fence and does not go through to the next round. Vanilla Sky sailing over the third fence. Rishabh Mehta on early. Looks really fired up. And unfortunate light touch at the third fence. So only two go to our final round. Baswaraju on Dakar and Pranay Khare on Vanilla Sky.
So Basavaraju now on Dakar Z, and the tension really mounting. It's exciting here. Here we go. Oh, and he goes very close to it, very close as he knocks the top bar down. A great effort there from Basavaraju. So a tremendous achievement here from Basavaraju. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
So that was quite an exhilarating 4x event which saw Basavaraju, a rider belonging to the Embassy International Riding School, bagging the gold medal. We concluded proceedings with the award ceremony, which saw the winners of the children, junior and open categories being presented their medals. Young Geetika Tikisetti, the children champion, spoke to us after receiving her prize.
Really proud. This is not something you always get, and I'm really happy. Never thought I would experience this part of my life, so I'm very proud of myself. When I was 10, I started, and my grandfather loves horses, so he wanted me to learn horse riding. So then I fell in love with horses and continued.
यहाँ पे सर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड
At the end of the 4-bar, we caught up with Silva Starai, who is India's only professional women's jockey and the only women jockey in the world to have won 2 derbies. The Equestrian Premier League was Silva's brainchild, and this is what she had to say about how this competition has evolved over the years.
This year has been really, as Jitu correctly says, just growing every year in size and also in quality. The sponsors that now are coming with us are really good. Like this year we were lucky to get Four Seasons as partner for the catering. It added a lot of value in terms of quality of food that the people will be having. So along with that we have got more and more clubs. When we started we only had about 2 clubs competing against one another, and now we have almost 17, 18 clubs. So that's a huge improvement from where we come from.
Echoing Silva's sentiments with Jitu and Pushpa.
Yeah, of course, there's been a lot of improvement. This is our 10th year, and of course our 5th year as far as we did start the breeding. But you know, the quality of riding is getting better, the competitiveness is getting better, the sportsman spirit, and of course the atmosphere is getting better. I think you know, Equestrian has come a long way in 10 years since we started this, and I'm so glad to see such good quality of riding among the young riders.
Through the years, we have seen that what started off with just 2 clubs initially has now about 15-20 clubs participating, and more than over 100 horses which are stabled in our camp area.
We hope you enjoy this very special episode of the Equestrian Premier League, which raises the bar for show jumping and dressage in India every year. If you're an aspiring rider, do get in touch with the Embassy International Riding School. Until next time, may the horse be with you.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales. Made for someone else, but not for me. The love was out to get me, but that's the way it seems. And disappointment haunts it on my dreams. Then I saw your face.
Thank you for watching One Play Gold. For more breathtaking coverage of grassroots, national and international sports, stay tuned to One Play Sports.